So many don't realize what it really takes to make $100,000 a month. And it is genuinely, wholeheartedly a lot easier than a lot of people make it seem. It is not that big of a number. And it's crazy. I was having a conversation with a client the other day, and I don't know if I spoke on this yet. I feel like I probably did, but I'm going to go back over it. This guy was telling me about how, he's ready to change his life around. He wants to turn things around. He wants to start doing things for the better. I'm like, yo, totally understand, bro. And so it gets into a situation where I'm like, all right, well, why did you realize that this is something you need to do for yourself now? It's like something that I've always wanted to do for myself. And like, I just haven't been able to do it. Well, why haven't you been able to do it? And he started really getting, into the nitty gritty with me. And I think the conversation concluded in a way where I was just like, bro, honestly, the reason why you're not generating income and you're not able to scale your business is because of you and yourself. You don't even believe in yourself to be able to generate certain numbers. Like we're talking about 20 grand and you're saying 20 grand is a lot of money. And I'm like, bro, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of money. It's $2,000 a month for 10 months. That's 20 grand. If you don't have the confidence in yourself to be able to build a system that will make you $2,000 a month in profit, consistently month after month, then you don't even have the confidence in yourself to make it anywhere in life, genuinely. And I tend to have these conversations a lot, and most people look at things as if they're unattainable and unachievable when they're actually a lot more realistic than people make them seem. I'm looking at the type of decisions that certain people make, and it's like, bro, if you want to make it somewhere with your business and you want to turn this into something that is lucrative for you, you actually have to put the time, effort, and energy into developing the systems to do it, right? So if we look at the agency the agency model as a whole, the biggest pillars for me that you kind of have to check off to create something that is long-term, something that is sustainable, and something that will generate you income over an extended period of time, you have to put into perspective, all right, well, what kind of service am I offering? Is it just a service-based business, right? Where you do things like, pressure washing company, window cleaning companies, and all that type of stuff. The thing is, I don't have an issue with those companies, but from an agency perspective, those aren't agencies. Those are literally just service-based businesses. Now, the upside with service-based businesses is if you can get them off the ground, you can get them to generate a good amount of income within a short period of time. Honestly, it doesn't even need to be that short of a period of time. If you're able to do that, these companies will get pretty big valuations after a year or two, which you can then be acquired by another larger corporation. No downside to that, and I do think it is something that I do potentially want to explore. But when it comes to the agency space, it's a lot different. A lot of things are based off of initial sales. A lot of things are based off how you market, and a lot of things are based off how your sales team performs. So that being said, you put yourself in a position where you're like, all right, cool. I have XYZ set up. This is how much my service costs. This is what I'm going to perform as a service, and this is how much money I essentially need to allocate to different aspects of the business. Now, in doing that, I think the biggest thing that a lot of people kind of miss, especially when it comes down to their agencies, is the fact that you guys have to make sure that you're able to consistently, month after month, be able to support yourself and put yourself in a position where it is actually useful and beneficial for you to provide a service to somebody, right? Now, I've been in the e-com space. I've been running a lot of Shopify stores for a long period of time. So I know the ins and outs of that business, which is why it's something that's easy for me to explore and easy for me to generate income off of, because I can know exactly, based off certain KPIs, how much I can actually generate in revenue, how much recurring revenue I'll be able to generate month after month, how much business I'll be able to acquire, how much money I'm gonna have to spend on marketing. Is this realistic for our clients to be able to spend X amount of money in order to grow their business to this point so I can make X amount of money here and allow myself to compensate my team accordingly? You guys have to understand your numbers from A to Z. Now, getting into the agency space is a lot simpler than many may make it seem. Getting to that $100K a month mark is a lot easier than many make it seem. The thing is, the foundation has to be set up in a way where it is sustainable to do so. And I think that's where a large majority of people miss out. Most people miss out on the fact that they're capable of getting an agency to $100K a month, but they're not capable of doing it consistently month after month and capable of generating these profits month after month. That is the most important part of all these businesses, bro. It really comes down to the consistency that you're able to bring into your business, the consistency that you're able to bring into your company. Are you able to consistently generate these sorts of numbers? Because the second you drop off and you have liabilities that are going up, these liabilities are essentially going to outweigh, you know, your wins. And that's essentially what will destroy your agency. I've seen way too many agencies fucking crumble to the ground because people did not have systems and structure set up in a way that was sustainable from multiple different perspectives. Merchant processors, big thing. I've seen people get payment holds and end up in a position where all their liquidity is essentially stuck in a payment processor, and because of that, they're consistently coming out of pocket month after month to generate revenue. My bad. I was about to go check the mail, but homeboy is putting the mail in the mailboxes right now. So, yeah. Now, as far as foundation goes, there's many different things that you have to look at. We talked about offer structuring, we talked about funnel, VSL, all that stuff. That is probably hands down the most difficult part of the actual offer. The second key component, guys, is I need you guys to essentially be able to figure out how to properly structure your offers in a way. Backtrack. The other key component, the other key component is to actually, I thought I lost my train of thought. The other key component is to actually be able to structure your offers in a way where it's going to be marketable. What platform are you guys going to be listing your offers on? Where are you guys going to essentially get your leads from? What is your sales system going to look like from a lead perspective, right? How are you going to set up your sales system? So you need to know, all right, well, am I going to be getting acquisition from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? What platform am I going to be getting my leads from? And then not only that, you have to be able to understand your numbers realistically. How much is it going to cost you per book call? Now, per book call, how many of those people are going to show? Now, out of your show, what is a realistic number for you guys to expect to close from that show rate? And these are things that I need you guys to actually understand from top to bottom, because I see way too many people put together an offer that literally just doesn't make sense. And because the offer doesn't make sense, it is not appealing to the consumer. You have to realize that when you start a business, what you're selling doesn't have to be something that you're passionate about or something that's appealing to you. You have to understand that what you're selling has to be appealing to the consumer. So you might be looking at something and be like, oh, I don't want to do this. Well, bro, you have to think about it. Cash is king. Are you going to be able to generate revenue from this? Yes or no? Because you could go start off a business and not realize that the business that you're starting is not a lucrative space and is not a space where you're going to be able to actually be profitable. And because you're not going to be profitable in that space, now you're sitting here running a fucking business that is not going to generate any customers. So you have to think about this. Do you care about the business? Right? Do you care about what you're selling? Why does it matter what you're selling? Bro, between you and I could sell a camera, I could sell shoes, I could sell flip-flops, I could sell sunglasses. Bro, I can fucking plant trees for all I care. It doesn't even matter. All I'm looking to do is see, all right, what space is going to be scalable in? Now, it also has to be a service that I have to be able to obviously fulfill. So for me personally, I'm in the e-com space. Reason being is because I know how to fulfill these services. These are things that I've consistently done profitably for myself year after year. And because of that, I know that it's something that I can offer to the general public, right? There's other services that, you know, I personally just wouldn't be able to fulfill on. I'm personally not going to go drop a fitness offer because I'm not a fitness instructor. Yes, I do like to go to the gym. Yes, I do like to exercise. Yes, I do like to train. It is not a space that I personally just see myself selling in. So I would not do that because I don't think there's potential for me there. Now, however, for you guys, there could be potential for you guys there. The thing is, me as a business owner and as an agency owner, if I were to go release an offer in the fitness space, I would be able to make it work. I would be able to make it work because I understand the sales systems and the acquisition systems that need to be implemented in order for business owners to actually acquire clientele. You guys need to understand the sales system from top to bottom, and that's essentially what's going to allow you guys to generate revenue. That's what's going to get you from where you're at, maybe 10K a month now, to 100K a month. It could literally be the difference in you guys tweaking your price. It could be the difference in you selling at 5K and you selling at 10K, or you selling at 10 and selling at 15K, because you don't realize the value that's in your service. The additional 5K isn't necessarily going to kill all your deals, and if anything, might give you, one, better quality customers, better quality clientele. Two, might put you in a position where your clients are actually able to properly perform on your with the use of your services. There's a lot of different ways to look at stuff. Like I saw a video and somebody was essentially talking about the products that are priced in the Shopify store. You could sell a product at $20 and it might perform better if you price it at $40, $45 because of the perceived value. So yeah, that's going to be it. This will bring us to the end of the video. I'm also going to be switching up the link to the community. I think we're going back on Discord, and this will specifically be for like-minded individuals and a lot of you guys that are looking to get into the agency space. I'm looking to communicate with you agency owners a lot more. I've made a lot of videos in the dropshipping space, and I just don't think it's me anymore because that is not what I feel passionate about. The dropshipping businesses, I know it like the back of my hand, but that's not where I invest a large majority of my time. I invest a large majority of my time on my agency that focuses on servicing dropshipping businesses. So because of that, I do want to communicate with some of you agency owners. So the link to that will be in the description down below. And with that being said, guys, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.